This joint is small enough to fit in your backpack's side pocket. 10 years ago, this was the industry standard Phantom 4, roughly 10 times the volume. Yet this tiny joint carries more sensors and features than the joint ever did. You might think, the secret is just folding it up. But folding creates the exact problems engineers hate: data space and unstable structures. So how did DJI solve that challenge? That secret was hidden in the 2016 Mavic Pro, and it started with a hike. One of the DJI engineers working on the Mavic Pro was hiking through Yosemite in California. But then when he stopped for a drink of water, and then suddenly he realized a pocket might be too small. Maybe a water bottle was about the right size. Backpacks and outdoor gear already have space for water bottles. If the joint could fold into that same shape, it wouldn't need its own case. So the target became very specific. How do you compress a completed quadcopter into the size of a water bottle? And the first problem appeared immediately. The hardest part to shrink wasn't the body, it was the four arms. Each arm carries a motor and a propeller, so together they determine the joint's folded envelope. And the folding joints actually already existed at that time. Take the GoPro Karma. Its arms folded symmetrically along the same plane, leaving the propellers side by side along the body. Yes, it folded, but it still didn't solve the space problem. The body occupied only a fraction of the volume, while the arms, motors, and propellers left huge pockets of dead space. And that's when DJI changed the question. It's not how should the arms fold, it becomes what path should the arms take? And this is where Mavic's key geometric approach begins. Actually, the principle is surprisingly simple. If you need to move something from point A to point B, you don't necessarily have to move it straight. Find the right axis of rotation, and you can rotate it into position. DJI took that idea from a flat plane and moved it into three-dimensional space. Instead of letting the arms fold in the usual direction, they deliberately tilted their rotation axis. So when the arm folds inward, it doesn't just move backward, it also moves vertically. DJI basically made one rotation do two jobs. The arm folds in while the motor and propeller move up. That small change completely transformed how the space was used. Traditional designs folded the arms, but left the propellers sticking out from the sides. Mavic used the angled axis to tuck them against the top and bottom of the body. So the difference isn't that one joint folds and the other doesn't. One is simply folding, and the other rearranges entire propulsion system in three-dimensional space. That's why the Mavic becomes dramatically narrower when folded. Instead of waiting space around the body, Mavic uses that space more efficiently. They didn't make the propellers smaller, they just changed the path the arms take. But during flight, a new problem appears. If the arms can move this freely when you fold them, how can they become rigid enough to keep the joint stable in flight? During flight, the last thing you want an arm to do is fold. So the most obvious answer engineers had was lock it. Once the arm is fully extended, use a pin, latch, or some other mechanical lock to hold it in place. But the Mavic Pro weighs just 743 grams, with a target of cutting more than half the weight of the Phantom 4. Four locking mechanisms meant more weight and more parts. And locking the joint rigid came with a trade-off. Motor vibration gets a more direct path into the body, and that can contaminate the email data, affecting flight stability. And the same vibration can reach the gimbal on the camera, degrading image quality. So DJI was facing nearly an impossible requirement. The joint had to fold freely, stay rigid in flight, and still absorb vibration and impact. But the obvious solution, locking it, would create problems of its own. And DJI did something that sounds completely backwards. Instead of locking the joint harder, they made it easier to move. A joint arm carrying a high-speed motor without a mechanical lock to hold it rigid? It sounds crazy, right? Actually, that trick comes down to one elegant idea. A spring can give a mechanism two stable positions, and you've probably seen this before. Take a bicycle kickstand. Once folded, the spring holds it in one stable position. Put it down, and it settles into another. But between those two positions, there's a point where the spring is stretched the furthest, and the mechanism becomes unstable. Push it just past that point, and the spring snaps it into the other position. That's an over-center mechanism. Instead of using a lock, the geometry itself creates two energy valleys with a hill in between. Push the mechanism over the hill, and it drops it into the other valley. DJI put the same principle into the Mavic's arm joint. As you unfold the arm, the spring loads up. At the middle, it passes through the unstable point. Once it crosses that point, the spring pulls the arm the rest of the way into position. You don't have to push it perfectly into place. Just get it past the tipping point. The mechanism does the rest. So now you have something seems contradictory. The arm can fold freely, but once it reaches either end, the mechanism wants to stay there, and it does more than replace a lock. During an impact, that force can push the arm out of its stable position, releasing more of the load instead of concentrating it into the joint and the body. During normal flight, the spring keeps it pushing back toward its stable position. It's similar to a car suspension, allows some movement, while controlling where the structure wants to return. For Mavic, one small mechanism now does 3 jobs: easy to fold, stable in flight, and able to release some impact. But this solution also had a cost. After thousands of folding cycles, the spring still has to maintain its force and the positional accuracy. So the joint, spring, and the loading bearing parts need durable materials and precise assembly, which adds material cost and makes long-term durability testing much harder. DJI actually wasn't just adding a spring. It was using geometry and elastic mechanics to replace a heavier mechanical lock. Instead of adding more hardware, DJI just made physics do the job. DJI didn't simply shrink the jaw. They changed how every major part moved, so a full-size quadcopter could collapse into the space a water bottle already occupies. That's how DJI put a jaw in your backpack without sacrificing what it could do. If you like this kind of tech breakdown, I've picked 2 more videos on the screen, and I'm sure you will enjoy them. I'm Justin, please subscribe and there's a lot more coming. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.